Saturday Showdown. KT Rolster versus T1.
And I also think Canyon just looks better on carries as opposed to playing things like Nautilus. We've seen the player have the best impact when he is on stuff that can play make. Some of his earlier plays comes to mind. And Kha'Zix and LeBlanc, when it comes to the setup, not necessarily the combo that I think you're looking for, we'll see. I think Kwangnung's draft, if it's a different team, if the nameplates are off, I could see it work. But the problem is just that I think the top side is going to be pretty neutral.
Before we even started, but let's see what they got in the tank for game number 1.
And what's important as well is if you look at the current race for Furthest, Kellen is going to get tagged here. Level 1 Brom, obviously insanely strong, but is Nautilus. Should be able to create some distance. Might have to flash. Yeah.
He's just going to get out of there. And you know what? Atlas, he's on the desks today. He says worth.
You get
for Kellen.
You enable Hex Flash.
Because he enables Hex Flash.
D+ is going to be facing Genji towards the ends of the week. And then they're also going to face Hanwha, who are their direct competitor. And Hanwha is also going to face Genji. So there is still a lot of movement possible there, as Deft and Kellen are definitely scrapping. Now Ash and Brom definitely able to be a pretty threatening 2v2 here early on. Frost Shot plus the concussive blows.
Because again, the volley going to hit Deft. He's being slowed down. This is a bit of an issue for him as concussive blows again went to land, and he does not land his own W. 5 CS for Deft.
Yeah, they straight up didn't respect the early game, right? Especially with Kellen not having flash and not really having any backline threat. Like, already falling this far behind. Really gonna sting. Only a Kurchai shard picked up for Deft. Kurchai shard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want me to say?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I just didn't understand you the first time. I thought maybe that you got something in your throat or something. Here comes Nico.
That happens a lot. Doo-doo.
As he does have a slice, but a flash on in, and the knockup with Q3. Doo-doo trying to get away with his own flash, as Canyon autoing him down with the red buff, but it's still not enough, as least underneath the turret, Showmaker not respecting the LeBlanc, as I feel like we're saying that a lot here about DK in this early game. So it's good to see that they are early on here, as Andel's trying to hold the wave for his teammate, as now he will flash, and one auto is going to get him down. Deft flashing in for the first blood.
Interviews about the difference between Bible, as we might have a gang coming in here.
Flash available for Kellen now.
Yeah.
And here comes the other Kellen. This one is Nico. The ult comes in. He's going to get a double knockup, but no flash is used by the side of Kwangnung Freaks. Andel, of course, doesn't have his, so just going to hold on to it, and now Taeyun has to flash away. And a successful gank. Once again, a second kill now onto the Kai'Sa.
Oh, no.
I
don't think they know.
They probably don't, given the current situation.
Okay, but no one give it away. No one give it away. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Oh, they might even get the kill. They might even get the kill on Deft.
Hawk shot. What a Giga Brain play is Deft. He does not have his flash. He's just dead. Look at Deft's face. He knows he's been duped here in the bottom lane. And that's it. A kill for Taeyun now.
How did I get myself into this situation?
He's like, what? I think I'm dead. I think he said that was a good play.
Set themselves up for a goal. Now Deft is still up a kill, as in we go.
Canyon's here as Deft just soaking up a lot of damage, as now the root comes in, hits Andel, double knockup, and Taeyun and Andel do not have their flashes. I mean, Andel does, but he's not even going to bother to use it. Very nice gank timing once again from Canyon.
Can get started up here.
Going to be started. Kellen misses the hook, but Canyon's looking for the ult. Catches two once again. Cleanse comes out from Taeyun, but Andel is just dead. They do get the Drake, but they're going to have to pay for it with 2 kills coming in here. Both of them going towards the Nico, as Canyon will yoink that one away from Deft right in front of him. And yeah, I mean, you get the Drake. And of course, Canyon with the blue pet in this one.
Drake's already started.
Yeah. And Canyon has taken a little bit of damage. That ult doesn't hit anything, as now they are going to catch Kellen, but the massive Nico ult on top of 4 of them, as now Taeyun just going to be pulled into the backside, and nobody's there to help him out. Doo-doo alone just isolated, and man, this Nico, it's still pretty good, huh?
Showmaker wasn't even there. It was a 4 versus 5 that they just won. It wasn't even close.
It's generally what it is. I mean, when Canyon pops off in this manner, not just in the laning phase, but okay, Tether is going to land here on the deft, and you know, he is doing a decent amount of burst damage onto the squishy Kaisa, at least, as Bulldog, even with the Shiv build.
Also, Deft did have to use his cleanse there, so is a little bit more susceptible now. So if an arrow hits him, could actually be a suitable target. We'll see. The damage to Baron, ooh, that already stings. Yeah, kind of, huh?
Yeah. We are believers. As the hook is going to land here, and the depth charge goes in onto Taeyun, who, you know, he is going to flash away for now. Throws in the ult into Kana, but unfortunately that does mean that Andal is just free food.
All over the place. Might be going for Dragon. They're just going to go for Bex here instead. They don't want to walk into the onboarded jungle, where Young Jay and Bulldog are waiting.
Ow.
Yeah.
And he's dead. Yep, just press your R button, and all of a sudden, not only are you a poke mage, you're also an assassin in this case. Yeah. Since then, it's just been the Kaisa show, much like every other game where she pops off in this manner. Kellen is going to get isolated quite a bit here as the Duskblade coming in. Very nice arrow from Taeyun, as now they're trying to team fight here 5v4, and Canyon says no to that. That's going to be the end of this one, as now Andal is like, man, I hold up the door. I'm trying to help out my team so much, but unfortunately not able to do so. And Deft wasn't even here. Now he's going to join in the fight as, yeah, it's going to be the end of the clone and the Croc, and the Bulldog perhaps. One more W does the job, as the ace will come through for DK. And that's why a lot of people have been calling for the Luden's Kaisa for quite a while. Especially from this far ahead, and a 7-1-6 Kaisa, it is not going to be much match on the other side. As Quantum Freaks, they're trying to make a stand here on their Nexus. Do they have what it takes? They got to get some sort of engage at this point, as they are forced to go into a team fight, as now we do get the hook in once again. Depth charge on to Dudu, as he is just trying to get away, and down will go Taeyun. Eventually, there it is. Last auto gets the job done, as in goes Youngjae trying to take out Deft, and will they even get him? One more auto will get the job done, as the Nexus falls at the same time. So that's going to be DK winning game number 1 in this best of 3.
Which there was one of the few sources of joy in this game. It was a pretty one-sided affair.
Still counts, yeah.
I think you can rely on just... Oh, Lilia, that's fun!
Yeah, I was going to say, this feels really good. Just for setting up picks and for providing space for your
that's got to be
carries to do the damage.
That's got to be the Auntie win, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah. From the top of my head, only one who else plays this. Now, this changes things. It's better than LeBlanc.
I want to believe. Let's see if it happens here as we hop into the Rift for game number 2.
Opposite side here, it looks like. Actually, I guess, yeah, Canyon just going to be starting on his Wolves alone, so we'll actually be mirrored. Interesting to see that they're both pathing towards bot side. We did see that
5-0, Ashe versus Kaisa, Kaisa versus Ashe. As the hook is going to land here, W available already. Andal's getting pretty low. The Q comes in, and he is ticking down. That's first blood for Kellen. Benefits from a lot of tankiness.
Oh, no.
As Youngjae in a little bit of trouble here. The sleep is going to come down. He just flashes it, as they don't quite want to dive him on the tier 2 turret. So we'll just let that go. They get the flash away, and Canyon once again, the human ward, or I guess the half-human, half-centaur ward, is now no wall out over the wall. That's going to mean that they turn this one around. Dudu is super low as a W away, and the Q comes through from Canyon, just sweeps up the kill onto Cassante. Dudu no longer with the flash and could not avoid it. Let's see what he builds second, and I would like the Desk to confirm that if possible. All out under the turret. Kana in a lot of trouble, goes into Dominus, but the stun comes down, and the knock-up is missed. Kana will take the solo kill.
If he's not behind from the earlier play, maybe he is able to take down the Renekton's. Canyon flashes in.
Yeah, he's setting up the kills, and yep, that's not going to do anything. The depth charge nearly takes the kill away, and Canyon will just collect. As now bowling ball's being thrown in. Deft just going to cleanse the ult. Still a good trade for Taeyun. Again, Ashe doing what it's supposed to do, but at the end of the day, will it be enough? The answer, generally no.
For Kwangdong, unfortunately, right now, it doesn't look like there is any recommends
take this
death.
trade here. He does have his ult, but he just gets flashed on and solo killed. As Deft is not respecting this bottom lane today.
No.
In game 1 ends game 2. And now Taeyun has Kraken Slayers. We'll watch this again.
So level advantage here for Kana. Gets a brought back. We've seen many a solo killer, even with the E, but then crucially is able to get off an empowered W with the Fury. And that's the end of it.
어이구 나이스.
Oh, nice, says Canyon.
Oh!
Hey, nice little play from Kellen. He's like, put me back on the roster. Unfortunately, he's going to die. As now Canyon does come in, he's going to get stunned up, and it doesn't matter how tanky he is. He goes 1v4, and that wasn't it. That was not the angle, DK.
See if I want to try and keep going.
Yeah, I think Canyon's got other ideas in mind. Or does he? Never mind. Just kidding. Arrow? Gonna sail through. Nothing really hitting, as you see Deft just in the mid lane trying to take down this mid tier 1, and that will be the trade. So Kwangdong Freaks get the Drake, but DK picks some money and a very important tower off the map.
0, because like it's not like I can.
All right,
guess we have
1 to -1.
There we go. Oh,
we
it's
got
almost back up
here.
I'll have you know.
As Taeyun is just magnetic, man. He's just going to get hit by all of these Ws. Bulldog isolated on the left side. He's going to take a bit of a blast from the Tristana. And yeah, he doesn't have his crown. So when will it come off cooldown is really the main question. As here's Kana over the wall, finds an excellent angle as, again, Youngjae, he's going to Heartbreaker away, but this time it will not save him. As now we got the sleep coming in, that's going to hit 2 of these guys as it sets up the free hook onto Andal. As down he will go. Taeyun is desperate. He is trying his best, but he is going to get rocketed away and goes down. That is 3 kills to the side of DK and should be the Baron.
Which is pretty macabre when you think about, you know, for it being so common. It's interesting how that happens.
Some things are just like that.
Yeah.
As Dudu is taking a massive amount of damage. That's the thing about this Lilia build is that you basically can't do damage to her, but also she is going to chunk tanks. As that is Kana way behind enemy lines, but he does have a stopwatch, but he's on top of the poison. The miasma is down he will go to the Cassiopeia, but now the hook coming in. The follow-up from the side of DK as the burn onto Dudu is way too much. He's going to get taken out. Bulldog, pretty nice ult is going to hit the Tristana, but it's not enough to stay alive. The wallet's just really heavy at this point, as DK might look for the end.
And Kwangdong, they tried their best, but these compositions, it's not really working out for them. This time it's the Cassio. Nice attempt, but 2v2 doesn't really end up working out too much. As Showmaker
don't stand next to the turret that has a fully charged Tristana E.
Yeah. Don't know if it would have mattered.
Yeah, they're just Goomba stomping them. That's going to be the end of this series. As DK, they do declare that they should be in the top 4 of the LCK, which in fact they are. Kwangdong Freaks will continue with their struggles, as DK not really one to let the enemies off nicely, if you know what I mean. As really trying to boost those damage stats, those overheal stats for the desk. Either way, guys, that is the end of that. GG 2-0 to the side of DK tonight. So, there you have it. The gold graph really telling the story. Very much rocketed off into outer space sometime around 20 minutes into the game.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by the solo POG on the side of D plus Kia, Canyon. Congratulations! Another win and another double POG. How do you feel? So we are still on the 3rd place competition. So I'm so glad that we were able to get 2 points with this 2-0 win. With this double POG, you are now having 1,200 POG points. How does that feel? Yeah, that's a lot of POGs actually. So I was not expecting this. But my teammates helped me out so much. So I want to say thank you to the D plus Kia players. So yeah, you are now leading the POG standings in the LCK. And it is really likely that you're going to win the player of the split at the end of the summer season. What do you think? I mean, it would be great if I can win that, but winning the remaining matches are more important to me. Let's see whether Canyon will keep farming that POG points in the remainder of the summer season. Are you expecting winning more POGs? But looking at our schedule, we have a lot of stronger teams ahead. But yeah, it would be great if I can win more matches and win more POGs. But I'm not paying too much attention on winning the POGs, to be honest. I just want to win more games. And Kellen finally made it back to the starting lineup after about 21 days. What was the plan behind that roster change? Kellen, he's been watching us play, and we had a lot of communications together. So today, we wanted to give it a shot. Fantastic. Game number 1, you got the unanimous POG on Nico in game 1. Well, Nico did go through a lot of nerfs, but still you were able to exert a lot of pressure. Do you still see Nico as a strong pick in the LCK? So laning phase has become a lot weaker, but it didn't really change much in the jungle role. But still, she has a lot of strength. So I thought Nico is still really good as a jungler. So with that Nico, you are always like on point in terms of using the clones. Especially your helicopters is always on fire. Is there any tips, using the clones? So when you're jungling, you have to keep changing into other, champions in order to mitigate auto from the jungle camps. So changing your forms is really important in terms of the HP. When you're jungling and you played Lilia for the first time this summer, you have not been playing Lilia recently. What made you bring Lilia back? Lilia looked pretty viable, and then I saw playing it, and also in the LPL as well. So I tried it today, and I think Lilia does have a lot of strength in specific situations, and today was one of them. And Canyon, I have to ask this. So in the Korean analyst desk, Helios said, I want to be Canyon just for one day in my life. He said it like 15 times today. How does it feel to be Canyon, How can I be you? It's not fun, my life is not fun, I just play games, and at like 11 I just read some webtoons, and that's it. Any webtoon recommendations maybe? So one of my favorite webtoons are Back from a Break, but I have a lot of webtoons in my list. Now let's get back to the League of Legends. So Helios, he kept saying, I want to swap our soul just for one day. Would you accept that? One day? Maybe. Yeah, it's not a biggie. I can also live a life as someone else. It would be fun. Then you have to be on the Korean analyst desk. Is that okay with you? I don't think so. That would be rough, but maybe just for one day I can handle it. just one day, but not permanently. No, I want to say no to permanent swaps, but yeah, I'm down for just one day. D plus Kia is still on the third place competition, and Genji, Nongshim, Red Force, and Hana Life is up on your remaining schedule. What is your mindset heading into the week number 8 and 9? We have to win all 3 matches in order to solidify our position on the third place, so we will make sure to make it happen. Now this will be the end of the interview from Kenyon, and back to the space. Thank you.